There we go. We got a nice Star Wars reference. Did you watch Star Wars, Hikaru?
Yeah. Well, not the travesty that is the Disney ones, but the other ones, yes. The real
enough.
movies I watched.
The OGs. The OGs. Okay, we got liftoff, and he's playing e4. We expected a Sicilian, knight f3, and we expected this as well. I told him to play d4. Oh no, why is he hesitating? Okay. We were about to see h4, and I was about to rage quit. That's all I'm gonna say. And here I predicted she'll play e6, but we also looked at c takes d4, and she played neither. Okay, well that's as far as the preparation is gonna go. Coach Botez back at it again. Predictions all the way to move 3.
Good coaching.
Thanks, Hikaru. Okay, I will say I didn't expect this because it's a bad move. I told him if she makes a bad move, push the pawns. So let's see if he sees d5. Nope. This is okay as well, though. This is okay as well. I wonder who prepared her with b6. Any insight there, Hikaru?
Insight into what?
Who prepared her with this b6 line?
Well, like I said, I didn't do any preparation. So if anyone gave this to her, it would be Chiyu. But I think she just forgot the move orders. Is I think my best guess.
All right, well, let's take a listen on Ludwig and see what he has to say here.
Any sense?
Ooh. Oh no! What pawn takes pawn? Oh no.
Okay, they're both missing the pawns here. I did think she would take on I hope he protects it with the bishop. Nope. This is fine.
Okay, so now you just take the pawn, of course, on d4.
Yeah,
Alex taught me like
pawn.
every single facet of the Sicilian and what Choco would do, and I will say Choco has done everything as Alex predicted, and I still got no clue what the I'm doing.
She did. I predicted, and now we're down a pawn, Ludwig.
Well, that doesn't feel good.
I'm done coaching. I give up.
Less than 3.
I think everyone has had a moment like this in the event where someone that they helped has done something that just makes them want to rip their hair out. So you're not the only one. I think everyone has had this happen.
Oh, I forgot to do G5. That was the move, not castling.
What?
It was another line.
My head feels like
push bishop d5 after the knight is there. Hey, it still went better than your preparation with him when he mixed it up with e5 and f5, okay?
Right. No, I was laughing at his remark about corrugated cardboard. But still, the position actually is completely fine for white anyway. Okay, so he does this. So now she should play... Oh, but this is a very good move because there's knight c7. Oh, Ludwig. He's got e5.
He's got e5, and I showed him e5. He better play it. We talked about this. He's seen this trap. Come on, Ludwig. Also, knight d6 first is also fine. I'll be happy with either.
This seems fun. This seems really fun. Let's do this. Your castle.
Okay, so now on king f8, e5 again still is winning.
Yeah, he still has the move after. Okay, I mean, I'll say it turned out pretty good. Because we did discuss knight d6 ideas, bishop g5 ideas, and e5. So it seems like he's going to combine
You have to move when knight checks king unless you can take knight. There's no way to interpose. I guess the question is, where do you move? God, I'm so nervous.
I want to hear him think about what he's going to do after she moves her king. Think on her time, Ludwig.
Is Ludwig trying to look like Steve Jobs or something?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, now e5 is begging to be played.
It really is. It really is.
Do you think she'll fall for it? No.
Come on, Ludwig.
I was going to go here, then hope she takes, and then I go here. But then she could also just take my knight with her knight. And I don't think she'll miss that.
He touched the pawn. He touched the pawn for a second.
Something more clever I could do? Not really.
I think it's harder to watch the people you coached.
Oh, that's definitely true. I think in general, especially the people who I feel like we've had to help more, especially some of the people in constellation bracket, like you really want to see them succeed. You really want to see some of these plans play out, and then when it doesn't, it can be very difficult for sure. So I totally agree with that, especially since I've watched XQC's games in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh
yeah, I don't think that was a necessary move at all. I mean, he's still better because her king's in the center, but now she can fix her position.
If I have 2 knights,
yeah, with pawn to h6 here, you can remove this bishop on g5.
Oof. Okay, so we're not going to go for the e5 move, but he'll push the bishop back, which is still good. And I will say Chocobars is defending very well. I think she needs to get full credit there.
Right, so she plays d5, which I like. Okay, now knight to e5, which also hits the pawn, hits knight on c5.
What a messy game this is. I don't think I've taken a single piece.
Just take the knight,
I haven't even considered it.
Yeah, and then he can bring his knight into the center. If she finds the pseudo castling plan.
Yeah, I think Ludwig is doing quite well, but again, it depends on what the next sequence of moves are for both sides.
Right.
Okay, so bishop b7, which is not the best move, because now you can take the knight. I mean, the main thing is that black needs to push the bishop off of this diagonal. This is very critical.
Right. And he can still go for the knight c6, bishop takes, and e5 idea, because even if she plays g5 to attack the bishop, then we take the knight with check. It's just a bit of a hard sequence to see, but he might see the moves one at a time.
Right. I think if he sees the moves one at a time, it's fine. I think it's very important that he does not take this pawn. Okay, now
now
queen
that
takes
pawn was supposed to go to e5, not to d5.
Now, if Chocobars takes the knight and plays queen takes pawn, Ludwig might run the risk of getting checkmated. Oh, that's not a good move, though.
But she now opened up the e file for him as well.
But the funny thing is, there is no clear-cut checkmate, though. Or there's no way to win material. So after rook e1, as long as you move the king off of this open file, while white is better, there's no clear-cut way to win the game.
Okay, so what she should do is king f8. Do you think that's a hard move to find, or is that a reactive move because the rook is on the same file?
I think it should be a reactive move here. I think you just have to look down the board and see that your king is under attack here. Oh, no, she's going to play g5, isn't she?
Oh, and then we get to take on c6 with a free queen.
With a double check.
Well, if we see it. I mean, there's a world where he plays bishop g3. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Okay, and let's take a look at Chocobar, see what she's planning.
But I will eat him if he tries. I need to get my wreck out of the way,
move,
though.
Yeah. Very nice job.
And
I saw her hovering over the pawn going g5 there.
No, yeah, that would have been a scary move to see.
Maybe I just trade these off so I don't have to think about it. I mean, there'll still be a horse here, but knowing that horse is probably my weakest, I probably need to, like, chill out a bit on that.
I think this is actually a hard position for white to continue playing accurately here and hold the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for us it would be quite straightforward. You take the knight and take the pawn, but it doesn't feel very natural, I don't think, here. And again,
really
there aren't really many open lines here.
Can I move my horse here instead then? No, I think I just take the... It's an even trade. I mean, nothing He just stays here. I just really want... So he's threatening my horse. I think we just take the trade. I mean, I'm really scared I'm making a mistake now, though. Take the trade. If he says this, then I do this. Then there's a horse here. Is that bad? This is watching this. So the queen can never just eat this pawn.
Yeah, I didn't like bishop b5, but it does feel like a natural move for him to go for because it creates a threat.
Take this.
Right.
I need to find a way. This. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this looks like an... Is it even though? I'm scared to take this. But I think it's okay. I can't think too long. I don't know what the right answer is.
Uh-oh.
This is risky because her knight on c6 is hanging now.
Right. For some reason, she didn't realize that the bishop and the knight are both attacking. You saw her thinking that it was just the bishop and the bishop. It was just one for one.
Okay, I mean, all right. I would have liked
me again. Or?
Yeah, he just played bishop g3 instead of taking the knight, but this is also fine.
Wow. Okay.
Just not as good.
So now, I mean, now it's important that she sees that the knight is under attack. It's absolutely imperative here to basically just trade the knights.
If I go
again,
here,
to be fair, I think both players are feeling
more opportunities for my bishop. And the only thing my knight was watching earlier was this, and this is fine because I have this. So now I look at this. So now if I take this, it's even. Or it's not so bad.
Well, Ludwig is going to see the knight because that's why he played bishop b5.
I do.
Well, both knights are hanging, so he'll see that both knights are under
him
attack.
Stopping me from castling.
So he takes the knight
really
on g4.
Sucks.
Now she should...
Okay, what did I do wrong? I did something wrong. No, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, now this is looking pretty bad.
Did I do something wrong? Oh. And so the blundering begins.
That was a little tough to see on Chocobar's end. Okay, you're right. He did see one of the knights. He can even put his knight back in the center. He just needs to be careful now because his knight is the one under attack. Actually, I mean, putting a knight on e5 is so strong right now because there's an extra pin.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So that would be a good move here.
All right. Well, let's take a listen out on Ludwig as well then. There's that video game music. Very focused. We actually haven't talked about the clock situation yet. Ludwig's at 5 minutes. She's at 4. They've both been pretty decent with time management so far.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think Ludwig definitely is in the driver's seat, but he has to find some good moves here in the next couple of moves. Although he is starting to get a big advantage on the clock at this point.
Right, and it seems like, I mean, they've both missed a few tactics, but Choco has missed the biggest tactics so far, and we also saw that when she was in time pressure.
She moves the queen
versus
anywhere
Slicker,
here. It's a giant, sick-ass blunder I can take advantage of. Oh. Well, no, I guess that's a good spot, right?
Knight takes c6.
Hold up, let's think about this. Let's think about this. We have a discovered move. How can we take advantage of the discovered move? Here doesn't work. Here doesn't work. Here doesn't work.
Missing knight takes c6 here.
Can I just take this for free now? The queen is the weakest move, or the weakest piece on the board. Every single time it's under threat, you have to move. can't
feel like
take
he
me.
studied English in high school, or sorry, college.
Yeah,
Can't
maybe.
go anywhere in this
I don't
file.
know actually. It's possible though. Certainly, it's possible.
I feel like he
sort
has
of like
dumb
English
for some
major or
reason.
something. Yeah, I could see that.
because of his vocabulary. It's very impressive from having watched Ludwig for a few weeks now. All right, well, now
here.
he's up
No.
2.
Apparently he was actually an English major. Like he was actually.
Why does that feel?
Yeah,
dumb
no,
for some reason?
I think he
For some
actually had
reason it feels
mentioned it
dumb.
before as well. I wasn't trying to do a I mean, never mind.
Let's do. If I go here, then she
people
takes
usually
me. I can
meme
take
against
her,
English
and then she
majors, and
gets
that's not
that
what I was
kind of
trying to
for
do,
free.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's fine, because then I get a rook. Yeah, that sounds fine. Applies more pressure onto the queen. So she'll have to move the queen. Not many squares. No, no, no. 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 Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I figured would happen. Now I take with my bishop.
I'm digging the tunes, honestly.
She can
He's
take with
playing
her
really
bishop.
well, also.
She
Yeah,
doesn't. She decides to move.
Yeah, you seem to be a big fan of his. That's for sure.
I coached. I'm always a fan of the people I coach, Hikaru. Wow, I'm never complimenting anyone. It's really unfair. Every time I compliment someone, people assume that I'm just big fans of all the streamers.
No, but anyway, joking aside, Ludwig obviously, he's grown on me too, kind of, to be fair. Like the jokes, the memes, everything he brings to the table, it's pretty it's pretty funny.
It seems like you're quite fond of him, Hikaru. I think you called
right.
him your favorite participant. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
That's true, actually. It is Pride Month, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as if you were unfamiliar, yeah. Okay.
All right. Anyway, though, wait, well, what just happened? Did he just wait? He just hung the knight. Wait, what just happened while we were having our fun?
Oh, there's still a queen before that looks like it's almost
right. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if he sees it, it was quite brilliant. But I suspect that he just blundered the knight. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. But he's so close to checkmating. I mean, the king is almost going to be forced back onto e8 if he sees it.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Which he's not, but he's still okay. Queen before now is begging. Oh god, the h3 move.
Okay.
The h3 move. All right, now
yeah,
the blundering begins.
I mean, I guess what I would say also, to be fair to all of the players, is that I think they're certainly feeling some pressure for sure. I like in the group stage, I think they were much more relaxed, but now that it's in this stage where, I mean, it's elimination basically, I think that all the players are feeling much more nervous. So now rook g6 here would be a great move by black. Now whether Chocobars can find that or not, I'm not sure, but it would be a very, very nice move.
Right, because she needs. Wow, she's making space for her king. That's super impressive. Very nice move by Chocobars.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, really, again, as with the previous games, while Ludwig is up a piece, he has to be very mindful of the clock again, because he's only up 1 minute, and if this gets back to even time, I think generally what I would say is the cutoff is if both players have, say, 2 minutes or thereabouts, or under, the position is relevant, but if it's within like one rook or one bishop, anything can happen. So now he sees queen b4 check, but it's one move too late, because now you go king g8.
Right, and yeah, he played h3 too quickly. He played it in 2 seconds. I think if he would have thought a little longer, he may have seen this. But Chocobars should feel really proud that she made space for her queen now. Queen c5 does bishop d6 is a blunder, but he can just trade and be in a better endgame here.
Right, and now I think he should convert this pretty cleanly. He's up one bishop. Okay, she sees rook e6 though, which is not a bad move. Now, will Ludwig see bishop d6 check or not is another question. Okay, so now f6 here. I think the advantage starts to go away. So if you push the pawn to f6, which is not an easy move to see, but if you push the pawn to f6, I think it's game on again. And oh, she sees it. Oh wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, now I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, now she's gonna win the piece back, and okay, she'll win the piece back, and he's still up 2 pawns, but almost anybody's game if he thinks too long. But
yeah,
Hikaru, Dvoretsky's endgame manual.
Okay, so now you take the rook, of course.
Okay, so
and it's pretty obvious here because you have 2 pieces lined up. So I'm pretty confident that she'll take the rook and take the bishop. It's the only try here. But it's important to make moves quickly as well. Like you can't really be using time at this moment.
All right, well, we are going to take another listen on Ludwig's stream. Okay, he's very focused. I think he notices, I mean, he must know that he's blundered 2 pieces. But he's trying to be careful, not give away any more pawns. I think f3 is a good move.
Yeah, f3, king g3 are good moves. I think it's important that black tries to attack the pawns with the rook now, but I think anything can happen.
Okay, and I like that she's going and just pushing and provoking all of his pawns. She's also playing very quickly. Okay, now he's giving a check. So if he sees rook c7 and taking the pawn, that would be good.
Yeah, I think if he sees that, then he's probably going to win the game. And he's keeping the time advantage now.
Go down.
Important too. And one thing I would say about Ludwig is I think he's played a lot of the blitz chess. He's played a lot of the quicker games, so I think.
Thank you, Dvoretsky. This was for you.
Is he getting
Hikaru said I could spend a life and not understand 2 pages. Are you seeing this, Hikaru? I understand every word.
Oh man!
I feel like he had this all prepared if he got into an end game. I literally feel like he had this whole thing prepared. Like this whole skit, he had it totally prepared. Okay, so now you have to go king c7 to stop the pawn, of course. Only move is king c7.
Right. And if he does see that, then he's actually kind of in trouble again. He can't push it because he'll give the pawn. Oh no! She gave her rook for free.
Oh, whoops. Oh.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's over.
Yeah. Now it's over. Yeah, especially with 3 minutes against 1 minute, definitely Ludwig is going to win this game. And Ludwig also, like I said before, he's one of the guys who played more blitz, so he is a lot quicker on the clock.
Kill them.
He's going for another queen. Okay. I like that she's giving away her pawns. She needs stalemate chances.
Yeah, but I've seen Ludwig mate with a queen and rook. He knows the pattern, so there's literally 0%.
I want them dead! I want all of them dead!
Chad, are you scared? What if he's talking about you? So quiet, so focused. How many queens does this man need? Come on, Ludwig. This music is fantastic. What a fit. I don't think he's blinked in the last minute. Can somebody check on him?
Almost a stalemate. Oh, now he sees it, right? He sees everything.
Yeah. He is. All right. That was.
Been done.
Wow, that was a really, really tense game there for the first
I'm ready to run it back!
Right. For the East blunder, which I'm just gonna fast forward to. So it seemed like she was getting out of the position and her king was back on f8. It was looking more safe. Ludwig played bishop b5, which wasn't the correct move because it's almost feeding his opponent into playing the correct move, which is knight takes c5. Unfortunately, she played g5 first and then blundered her knight on g5.
Right. Yeah. Knight g4, I think, was a critical blunder there. It's more
Mhm.
important to trade the knights and then go knight e4. But anyway, Ludwig played well. He definitely was a deserved winner of that first game. Only really the one mistake was giving back that bishop, but otherwise can't really fault his moves. He missed some wins earlier, but he didn't really make any serious mistakes.
Right, and I'm just gonna bring the point where he gave his bishop away here, and he did miss a couple opportunities with queen b4 check, but I think he saw that he was up a bishop and he needed to go for simplification, which, you know, with his endgame skills that he just showed off, seemed like a sound strategy.
Right. So I thought for the most part, very, very good game by Ludwig. One thing I've noticed is he's very good in, and maybe not even end games, but simpler positions where like they're very simple ideas. He tends to find them without too much difficulty. So very, very impressive by Ludwig in the first game. But there is a second game still to be played. So again, all these players, when they lose the first one, they still have a chance to come back and win in the second game.
Right, and we will be starting that game soon. Chocobars is going to get the white pieces, which tends to be quite favored in the PogChamps games that we've seen so far.
Right.
All right, so she's going for knight f3, and the setup we looked at was something like d5, knight f6, knight c6, e5, just trying to go for the center here. Because I actually
Right.
saw
Exactly.
a game Chocobars played against you, this variation. So let's take a listen on Chocobars and see how she's recovering after that loss. Okay, nothing yet. She's focused. She doesn't seem too rattled. This is good. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Don't vomit. Okay, you are a 5-head yourself. Think about all the puzzles you did. Think about all your lessons. Trade down.
Wait, why is Ludwig thinking for a minute?
Is Ludwig not there?
Just trade it down.
What's going on?
I just need to trade it down.
Okay, and he forgot what we discussed, but that's okay.
He's got to make a move. Okay.
All right, this is totally different. I'm so glad we had that lesson. Really a good use of my time. That's fine. He's gonna transpose. He's gonna transpose.
Well, he already gave her 1 minute on the clock, so so far I think this is. He's giving odds. He's giving 1 minute time odds here at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, a castle.
Oh, I feel like Chocobars is actually nervous. She and the pep talk after the loss is nice. She's trying to build herself up, and she should, because it does feel bad to just lose the game and go straight into the next one. Oh, he's going for the trade. Okay.
Okay, this I don't like at the start. I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I was actually trying to explain when we did our lesson ideas with like bishop e6 and queen d7. Instead he went for the trade, you know, a little deviation there, but that's okay. So I guess the good thing for him is that if he even gets into an, we're not going to see a lot of draws, but he does have draw odds just in case.
Right. This is also true. Yes, definitely. Since he has draw odds, this is to his advantage. But again, the one thing I would say is, since the position is simpler, they're really the pawn structure where the pawns are. It's less likely that you're going to see major mistakes here by either side. Okay, knight b4. Ooh, that's a good move. So now I have to go knight a3 to protect it. Will she see knight a3 or not? I don't know. It's important not to push the pawn.
I think she will see it because I see that she sees the threat of c2 and there's no other option. I guess you're right. c3 does seem a little tempting, but would be a big mistake. a3 is actually kind of tricky though.
Yeah, a3 is a pretty good move here as well. Maybe even the best move in the position, but kind of
hard to see because she'd have to play rook a2 after, and then the problem is that Ludwig is trapping his knight.
right, exactly, yeah.
Wow. Okay, she plays it. I don't know if it's because she saw it or because it just is intuitive to try to kick the knight out. Okay, and he takes it, which is actually not a good move.
Right, so now after rook a2, his knight is getting trapped.
All right, and we are going to take a listen on Ludwig.
What do I want to do? You know, what do I want to do with my life? I sit here going live every day.
About his life.
Why
is he doing this now?
I guess Twitch Primes make it better. I feel like I could consider castling. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm down.
And now b4 and Ludwig
that makes
is
sense,
really
I guess.
in trouble. Although she plays knight c3, which is also a good move.
Yeah, she's playing this really well. Actually, this is super impressive. a3, rook a2.
I think that's smart.
Now she can just play b3 and attack. Oh, oh no, that's a free rook. Uh-oh.
That was a weird blunder.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Yeah. I mean, b3 was about to win the knight.
I'm taking that bishop. I'm taking that bishop. Ooh, if you don't move that bishop, I'm gonna take him.
Yeah, that was really rough, honestly. I think she just played too quickly.
Actually, no, that would. You know what I almost did? I almost said, "Hey."
Oh.
Trying to blunder? All right, no, I'll just take. Yeah, you just trade now. That's how you win. Please take me. Please.
I like that he's just going for the straightforward.
If you don't take me, my knight will have been in a very bad spot and he can't move anywhere.
It's very important to.
I'd feel really embarrassed if you didn't take me.
To trade down when he's up by one rook.
Because this is probably like the most dog spot for a knight.
Oh, now the pawn on e3 was also hanging, but he already had his eye on the knight.
Look at the wall. Holy, this wall is immaculate. Let's do this. Let's avoid a back rank early. Early and often. You don't want a back rank in this game, I think.
Well, he has been playing for a lot longer than Chocobars, so I do think this is kind of fair for him to see the tactics more often than she does.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just unfortunate not really seeing the straightforward ideas, perhaps. Although the idea of b3 or b4 was not very obvious. Seeing these side-to-side moves, I've noticed, not just her, but some of the other league guys, like Yasuo in particular, had trouble noticing the side-to-side moves, like a queen on a5 attacking, like, say, something on h5. And the same thing applying to there was someone else that had this issue. I think it was Fuslie, actually, where like she just had trouble seeing the side to side. So just this failure to see the side to side ideas certainly makes it difficult.
Right. And here he's about to trade off another piece, the bishop on c1. He can bring the rook to d3, win the e3 pawn. He just has to be careful. How could he blunder here? I mean, like, even if he moves rook, that's actually a very good move. So he's pinning the bishop.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Well, I mean, for 3 weeks of progress, I'm still super impressed with how far Chocobars has come.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think she's just playing someone with a little bit too much experience. So, yeah, it's just pretty unfortunate.
Right. Okay, so rook takes e3, and he's just gonna collect all of her pawns here.
Right, yeah, unfortunately, it's just winning.
Yeah. He could offer her a draw, you know, a nice, like, oh, he's pre-moving. Is he just pre-moving? Okay. Don't pre-move G1. You're going to give your pawn away. Oh. Nice. Nice pre-moving there. Were you impressed with that sequence there, Hikaru?
Yeah, I mean it's completely winning no matter what happens. So yeah, it's just I mean,
Well, I don't know.
he won the match.
What would Dvoretsky say about that pre-move sequence?
I think Dvoretsky is Russian, so I don't think he's proven any problem.
Okay, well, we're listening in on Ludwig. Oh, he's doing the pre-move again. I think he wants to win by pre-move. I guess worst case he draws and it's still a win. Oh no! Why is he pre-moving like this? Oh, okay, he's gonna do it.
Watch your liquor! I'm coming for the bro! You better not spread your cheeks to moist criticals! Or else I'm coming!
All right, so we have another result. Ludwig beat Chocobars 2-0. You know, if we go back to that critical moment before she blundered, we actually saw a very nice continuation from Chocobars. I'm just going to bring that up before we get on with the interviews. So,
right.
Ludwig was attacking c2, and she played a3, kicking the knight out. Knight takes c2, and rook a2. She found this nice escape square for her rook. The only issue was that after Ludwig castled, if she would have pushed b4 or b3, either way, I mean, one is more direct because it attacks the other bishop. And the knight, there's no square Ludwig can move his knight. So actually, Ludwig was going to be down an entire piece, but instead, she played knight c3, and then rook e1, just blundering a full piece.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, very tough, unfortunately, when she blundered rook e1, whereas b3 would have been winning the game. Again, I think Ludwig, though, just a little bit more experienced and better grasp of the ideas.
Right. Well, chat, we'll be back soon with player interviews, and short break until then. And we are joined by Ludwig and Janet from xchocobars. First, let me start off. Ludwig, congratulations for your win.
Thank you,
You're going
Alex.
to be making it onto the semifinals. Janet, I felt like you were playing strong chess, and then you just had a couple blunders that put you in a tough situation.
I hate the knight. Please nerf it. Just take it out of the game, honestly. I really don't like that piece. It's my weakest link. Because I spend like 10 minutes drawing out the arrows where it's going to go and stuff, and I hate it. I just hate it. That's my excuse.
You've been playing chess for less time than Ludwig, so it does make sense that it's going to take you a little bit longer to see these kinds of threats. So I still think you're an incredibly fast learner. And actually, do you see the position we have pulled up on Zoom here?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of playing rook e1, you actually had a winning move here. If you would have pushed b4 to attack Ludwig's bishop, you would have also attacked the knight at the same time. So we were really impressed with your a3 and rook b2 idea.
Thanks. I appreciate that. But did I do that?
No, you didn't do that.
Okay.
You played a3 and rook a2. Sorry, but you didn't play b4. This was right before you blundered your rook by playing rook e1.
Oh yeah, because I saw him move it, and I was tunneling into that position that I wanted to take in the middle, and then he ate it, and it all fell apart after.
That's fair. And Ludwig, how did you feel your opening preparation went?
Alex, I'll be honest. You showed me every single opening that would happen, and a different variation happened. So it just felt like I had to think of every single move on the spot, and it was stressful.
It was stressful. Okay. I mean, there were a couple ideas we discussed that you just didn't put out on the board, and I have the VODs, so just saying.
VODs are sub only, so only like 30 people can see it.
Well, So it did seem like your tactics were really paying off here. I think that's probably why you won the games. You were really confident. Can you tell us more about that? You pre-moved everything in the end.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I was watching you guys earlier commentate, and you guys can't comprehend our minds. All right, my mind, Janet's mind, Slicker's mind, whoever's mind. Because earlier on, you remember when Swiftor had the bishop to take queen?
Mm-hmm.
I saw the same blunder. I was like, I bet he's going to blunder here. I don't look for good moves. I understand that most of the moves I make are mistakes. I look for the blunders because they're going to happen. I've never played a game ever in my life. This is real, ever, where there hasn't been at least one blunder. So I know it's going to come. I'm just waiting for it, and I'm baiting it out. Unless
he
I
did
make it
bait
first,
my
then I lose.
blunder. He did. My
I bait the
rook.
blunder.
He really did. Like, I felt like it was intentional. Like it was there. It's messed up.
Indubitably.
Hikaru, do you have any comments you want to add related to their game here?
No, I mean, I thought, I mean, Ludwig, you played really quite well in both the games. They're just much more experienced, and like in terms of Jana, I mean, it's just tough luck, but certainly, even though you lost every game, I think you lost all 5 games. You definitely played better than that, and and you're just a little bit unfortunate in terms of what happened once you were in the
Jesus, man.
I have 0 wins, Ludwig. Why are you in this bracket? I don't understand.
What? I made it to the consolation bracket because I unfortunately lost a couple matches. It was unfortunate that it happened, but a couple matches were lost. There's nothing we could have done about it. Honestly, I got outplayed by the players that beat me. So I ended up here.
Ludwig, so up next, you're going to be going against the winner from the XQC Fusli match. Any words for the challenger you're going to get to take on?
I believe, is this a leak? I'm leaking. If so, I believe I'm commentating it. You guys might not even know this. I believe I'm commentating them. Somebody DM me and said, do you know anything about this, Hikaru?
No, but I've heard a rumor about this.
Yeah, I believe I'm going to be commentating it, so I'm going to be an unbiased commentator. I was one of the premier commentators in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Obviously, did a lot of top 8s there, and so they wanted my expertise here. So, I'll come in and Hikaru, I will show you the world of blunders that you could never imagine.
For sure. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. So this is going to be happening tomorrow. We're going to have Ludwig and Hikaru. I'm going to have to tune in for that as well. And Janet, so I know this is the end of the journey for you, but how has the PogChamps experience been overall?
I do think there are more positives than negatives that happened throughout my journey, so that's fine. I was hoping I would go against similar talented people like myself, but my first match was forcing. I mean, come on. Okay, but it's fine.
Janet, your accuracy was 73%. Mine was 74%. All right. Look, I do appreciate the narrative that I'm a goddamn savant, but in reality, I'm just kind of dog the game, and people make excuses for me because they think I'm better because I had a good flash in the pan for a moment.
Okay.
But I think outside of that rook blunder, I was toast. I was so nervous. Can I say thank you?
For what?
I was sweating, and then you blundered it, and it made me feel like so much better about myself. I'm sorry. Okay, well, sorry. You're welcome then.
Okay, it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Positives. I got to meet you, Alex, and I got to meet you, Ludwig, and I got to meet Hikaru, and I got coached by Chiyu too, and everyone's just so kind. GM Hess was really kind. Nick is really kind. Shout out to Gotham Chess. Like, everyone's just so nice, and the experience was great.
Aw, well, thank you so much for the kind words, Janet. We really appreciate getting something nice from one of the interviewees today.
In it for the money, Alex. Happy that I can put some people in the dirt. Can't wait to play XQC.
Amazing. Well, thank you both for being here. And Ludwig, looking forward to your commentary tomorrow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Unbiased, by the way.
Great.
All right.
Luck.
On the commentary? It's going to be with you.
No, I meant good luck in your next match.
Okay.
There's that too. Or maybe you don't need luck. You're just that good.
All right. We scuffed that transition. Probably my fault. But here is the championship bracket and the consolation bracket. Sorry about that, you guys. I was just, a little taken back by the fact that I'm getting my job replaced by the one and only Ludwig. Oh man, Hikaru, that feels bad. That feels bad.
Yeah, it's rough. Life is rough sometimes.
Well, thank you for those words of encouragement. They did absolutely nothing to make me feel better. Life is rough. Thanks, Dad. Okay, so tomorrow we are gonna be seeing Fusli versus XQC. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This has been a fantastic stream. I think
it's been fun. I mean, I think what I would say also is we saw probably the best match, I think, in the entire event. In that middle match between Forsen and Box. Certainly definitely the best match. 1-1 tiebreak. So I think it's great to see all the players just putting in their best effort. And I mean, I think the best is yet to come.
All right, chat. Well, thanks so much, everyone, for being here. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys later.